Welcome, Don Juan. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me, and for giving me the opportunity to talk about this new project.
Where does this idea come from?
Well, it's an ancient passion that started when I was a boy, in the laboratory with my father, measuring instruments and valves. So my passion for electronics developed, and my passion for music gradually led me in this direction. Although I've always studied and created audio equipment as a hobby, in reality, we have always done electronics at the company level. We have always done electronics for third parties, and with the arrival of COVID, let's say that year that slowed us down on all fronts, we came up with the idea of putting together this collection and making it available to enthusiasts.
We have already seen the pieces in your collection that meet the AODM postulates. But what exactly are the AODM postulates?
Well, they are actually technical guidelines that aim to optimize audio equipment for optimal performance in the reproduction of acoustic music. In reality, every project is always a compromise, and manufacturers have always tried to make people believe that equipment can be made without compromises. Many advertise their products as being made without compromises, but in reality, this is a lie. The products are not all the same, and music is not all the same, so it needs specific equipment depending on the conditions in which it must operate. In this regard, I want to give the example of a motocross bike. A motocross bike is engineered and designed to give its best on dirt roads, off-road, and it is hardly the optimal solution for taking a leisurely Sunday stroll along the promenade, or even worse, for competing on the racetrack with racing bikes. Similarly, electronics must be engineered and designed specifically for the work they have to do. So anyone who tells you that their equipment is made without compromises is lying to you.
So, is it a new category of products for listening to music?
Yes, in fact it is. AODM stands for Acoustic Orchestra Dedicated Machines, which means equipment dedicated to the reproduction of acoustic music. It is indeed a completely exclusive new category.
Can you describe an AODM system in one sentence?
Yes, it brings the musicians into your home without any risk.
What is not an AODM product?
A product built according to the AODM protocol is a specialist device optimized for acoustic music. Therefore, it is certainly not a product that will make the user feel uncomfortable with the sensation that something is missing. It is certainly not a product that will lose its value once purchased, as is the case with almost all electronic equipment. It is certainly not a product for everyone, especially for those who are not accustomed to attentive music listening. It is not an inexpensive product. Needless to say, it is certainly not a product for those who only listen to rock and electric music in general. Finally, it's not a product for everyone.
And if the product is not for everyone, who is your collection aimed at?
Well, first of all, a person over 50, a mature professional over 50. I doubt that a young person with little listening experience could appreciate systems of this nature. So it is aimed at people who, first and foremost, love beautiful things, who are used to live music, and who therefore appreciate music as a source of nourishment for the mind and soul.
Where can the proposed devices be purchased?
The products can be reserved through the webpage, where it is possible to book demonstrations that are scheduled. And there are some in the main Italian cities such as Milan, Florence, Bologna, and there will be something in Rome, Naples, and finally even in Catania. It is also possible to request and book a listening session directly at home. We are absolutely convinced that the system must be listened to and experienced in one's own home. Listening in the store can often convince or be enjoyable, but maybe the user brings the system home and discovers that it sounds different, maybe disappointingly. So we are convinced that listening must be done directly in one's own environment, in the destination environment, and therefore, we offer this opportunity. So, if the user is qualified for the type of product, he/she can book a listening session directly at home and then decide whether to purchase it.
Why should your potential client choose you over your competitors' products?
Well, first of all, we are dealing with a completely new category. So these are exclusive products that, for the first time in decades, introduce real innovations to the analog domain. While there have been huge strides and significant progress in the digital realm in recent years, in the analog area, we still find equipment that is more or less a clone of products that existed 20 years ago. This new collection, on the other hand, introduces innovations. So in reality, we are talking about absolutely exclusive equipment with performance that current products simply do not have. In addition to this, they are also products designed to integrate elegantly and discreetly into the home, and are wife-proof, so to speak. That's why the choice is, in fact, mandatory if we want to move to completely different categories than what has been seen on the market until now. Furthermore, these products come with a basic exclusive 10-year warranty, which can be extended to 20 years. So, the reasons are really important, and among other things, we adopt a strategy that we have been using with our clients for many years, which has proven to be particularly appreciated. For each product, we set aside all the components that make it up and keep them for the duration of the warranty. This ensures that the user has the certainty that if they need something or have a problem with the product, the company is in a position to solve it by repairing or replacing the product completely.
So if I understand correctly, the warranty you offer is an extraordinary warranty, but what exactly is the Friends for Life program?
Friends for Life. Yes, the name we gave it emphasizes the concept of Friends for Life. A customer who decides to purchase one of our products must feel safe and know that we will take care of him for life. This is why we wanted to emphasize this particular warranty service that covers equipment for up to 20 years, and with this name, precisely Friends for Life. It is a form of warranty that includes membership. A membership that keeps customers close to the company in all the activities that are underway and all the activities that are carried out from time to time, so they will enjoy special offers that are developed from time to time. So we offer preferential channels for assistance or even opportunities for upgrades or replacements at particularly advantageous conditions, so there are many activities that we carry out. Lastly, we plan end-of-year drawings that we intend to organize from time to time with truly fantastic prizes that I do not want to reveal here, right now.
Che sono in itinere, tutte le attività che di volta in volta vengono portate avanti, quindi andranno a godere.
Now I'll ask you a somewhat personal question. It's been said that you are a person who is not very social and a bit unfriendly. Do you think that's true?
Well, it's probably true. I don't particularly try to be likable to everyone, and yes, I'm not very active on social media. However, I think it's normal that when you put yourself out there with a business or something, there will always be someone who doesn't like you, someone who finds you unlikable, and others who might support your ideas and projects and be your friends. These are all pretty normal things, but ultimately, I'm more concerned with guaranteeing and protecting my customers than trying to be likable to everyone.
Protecting clients. Protecting clients from what?
Well, from the plethora of fake information and equally fake products out there, all clones of each other. So, anyone who sets out to buy a product for music playback runs the serious risk of bringing home a product that is not worth the price paid. And even an expert user sometimes runs the risk. Therefore, it is important for us to provide tools to even those who are not technicians or in the field, to be able to properly evaluate the devices in front of them, to offer the ability to decide, perhaps with greater awareness, the purchase of one product rather than another.
And what would you recommend to those who are starting to approach the world of music today?
I recommend buying and reading our book because there is a lot of information that can help approach listening to music correctly. One of the things I observe in younger generations is that they almost exclusively listen to music through their smartphone or computer and may have never heard an acoustic instrument live, so they approach music in a completely wrong way, ending up believing that the salad is already packaged in the supermarket bag instead of in the fields. Not knowing what an instrument sounds like live doesn't allow you to evaluate the reproduction of a given instrument through a device if you don't have the underlying knowledge of how this instrument sounds in reality.
È impossibile poi poter valutare la riproduzione di un dato strumento attraverso un apparecchio se non si ha la conoscenza alla base di come questo strumento suona nella realtà.
And what would you recommend to longtime music lovers instead?
Paradoxically, I would suggest the same thing, to start with the book, because that's where they will find the in-depth analysis of the AODM concept, and it's where they can acquire all the technical information, which, as I said before, can put them in a position to evaluate equipment correctly before deciding to buy.
Tutte quelle informazioni tecniche, come dicevo prima, possono metterli nelle condizioni di valutare in modo corretto le apparecchiature prima di deciderne l'acquisto.
Thanks again, Don Juan, for being here with us and for answering our curiosities and questions. It was all very interesting. Thanks again.
Thank you, and thanks to all the users who will take the time to listen to this interview to the end. Thank you, thanks again.
Grazie ancora.